This is Dumb Down Life number 65.
So eBay, right? Now, eBay used to be kind of cool once upon a time. It was almost like an adult version of Rolf's multicolored swap shop. Not Rolf, who did multicolored swap shop?
Oh,
Noel
I'll let them.
Edmonds.
Noel
Swap.
Edmonds, that's it, yeah. But once upon a time, you used to be able to go to eBay and lots of people would be selling lots of stuff. Some of it would be junk, some of it would be good, but all of it would be cheaper than you could buy in the stores. Now, firstly, nowadays, most of it's guys called Steve who've got a shitload of boxes in their spare bedroom that they bought a bulk lot of cheap on eBay, and they're now selling it for like $1 cheaper than you can get in the shop. So finding cheap stuff for a start is kind of shitty. It's not the way it used to be. There is still cheap stuff out there,
But you have to
but
buy it by the
most of it,
pallet.
yeah, most of it now is just guys with stores selling it for the same price you'd get it at in the shop, unless it's by some unknown Korean manufacturer, you know. Um, and the other thing that bugs me is when you do find things cheap. Now, I find car parts a good thing to buy on eBay because they do tend to be cheaper. People tend to be selling them second hand still. Um, but you've got like 6 days left on the auction. So some monkey brained moron sees the price as $10 and they think, oh, I can get it for $10. I'll put a bid in. And then some other monkey brained moron goes, oh, the bid's $11. I might get it for $12. I'll put $12 in. And this is all before, when you've still got 6 days of the auction left. So as a result, by the time it gets to the last hour or 10 minutes of the auction when you can actually buy it, the price is now ridiculously high. And it's like, do these morons not get the logic of just wait until like the last half hour, 20 minutes, something like that, instead of bidding on it when there's still bloody week left to go?
No, they
I'm not
don't.
sure. I don't. Well, okay, moron. I don't see the difference between putting the money on in the beginning and waiting until the end.
Because it
It
unnaturally inflates
inflates
the
it.
price.
Yeah. Because
But
if you leave it to,
if I'm
if
willing
you
to
leave it,
to pay a certain amount for a part and I bid on it straight away, it doesn't actually go up to what I'm willing to pay. It'll go to the dollar more than the asking price, won't it?
Yeah, it
yeah,
does.
it
But then
will.
somebody
But
else will be set with the same idea, so it'll automatically just fight between the two until it reaches the highest price that you're willing to pay, and it does that within sort of 5 minutes of you placing the bet, the bid. Um,
Yeah, bets. Fine.
Yeah, so it's already sort of done, dusted, and that is the price straight away. If you'd have waited until sort of 10, 15 minutes before the auction's over, you may have got it for less than your maximum price. But because you've done
But
it
then that
six
starts
days,
then starts the opposite problem, which is these people who have set up these robots where within the last 10, 15 seconds of the bid, it then goes, oh, and I've won it, which is the end of it that I don't like. There's no sort of happy medium. That's why I've never really liked eBay, because you put in what you consider to be a sensible bid, you think you've got it, and at the very last second, somebody offers a dollar more,
but you see,
and it's like, well, whoever's got the best internet connection wins.
they have tried to
well, not really,
combat
because
that, haven't they, with
you
the
can
buy
put
it
in.
now.
You can't, yeah, but you can put in like, the bid's currently at $20. My maximum bid will be $30, and it'll increase by 50 cents for every dollar. So you put in $30, and if somebody else is putting their maximum bid at 25, you only have to put in a bid once, and you'll still win because it'll automatically keep bidding for you up to your maximum.
But doesn't it do that sort of almost immediately up until so say like it's at $20 and you pay 31 and somebody else has said 25, won't it just
Mhm.
automatically really really quickly go sort of alternate between those two bids until it reaches the other guy's maximum?
Yes,
But
that's what I'm saying.
yeah, what I was saying was if that happens in 6 days before the auction's over, like you were saying, then that automatically pushes it up to 26 and still gives 6 days for somebody else to outbid you.
Well, it does, but that's not really my big thing. My big thing is the fact that if uh, if within that 6 days, 1,000 people are going to see it, and they're each going to think that they can get it for $11 or $12. So they'll each stick a bid in, which brings it up. If you leave it until the last half hour and don't bid on it, then only 200 people are going to get to see it. and do the same thing, so the price is going to be lower. Plus the fact that the opening bid then within the last half an hour is only going to be $10 instead of already, by the people that are genuinely interested and are willing to pay a little more for it, instead of it already being up at $30 because 30 idiots have bid on it 6 days ago. Now the opening bid is going to be $10, which means you've got far more chance of getting it for $20 than you have of having to pay or start the bidding at 30 when you're actually, in the last half an hour.
You're listening to Dumbed Down Life.
My part, losing my sleep to another of you again. You get the method, fraction and sum. Apply the pressure when the damages are done. Bandages are cheap, well, so is the sun, my friend, my friend. Spies in a heart, lies in the dark, lovers that leave you after midnight. Say the word and you can be the first to my heart. Call my name, yeah. Back to the start, over and over again. But it doesn't make a difference now. We still see what we want to be the right way. The feelings that we got, we have to hide away. The ghost of you calls my name. I saw a doctor, nothing's what it seems. I took a pill to sleep, it didn't stop the dreams. I said a prayer, but I couldn't get to the end. I'm pickpockets, so they got me again. She stole my love and left me lying on the bed. But I pick up the pieces, but they do it to me again and again. Spies in a heart, lies in the dark, lovers that leave you after midnight. Say the word and you can be the first to my heart. Call my name, yeah. Back to the start, over and over again. But it doesn't make a difference now. We still see what we want to be the right way. The feelings that we got, we have to hide away. The ghost of you and the left brain knows what the right must figure out. We can be who we want to see another day. The words are the one thing that we never say. The ghost of you calls my name. But it doesn't make a difference now. We still see what we want to be the right way. The feelings that we got, we have to hide away. The ghost of you and the left brain knows what the right must figure out. We can be who we want to see another day. The words are the one thing that we never say. The ghost of you calls my name. The ghost of you calls my name.
Why not just have eBay like you do at a real auction? The auction is available for you to walk around and see stuff, but you don't actually place your bid until the guy gets up on the stand with his gavel. So they should do that with eBay. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I
Make
think
it
that would be a good
available
idea.
I mean, yeah, that's not a
Then
bad
make the
solution.
auctions only last an hour.
It's
They
for
maybe
viewing
should do
for
that. They should have certain auction sections. Not all of it, maybe, because there are some people that do want to leave it out there for 3 weeks. But certainly they should have an auction section where they say, right, the auction is 7 o'clock Eastern time tonight, You go along at 7 o'clock and your item comes up for bid and you sit there bidding it like they do with the live car auctions on TV where you've got internet bidders and stuff like that. That wouldn't be a bad idea, actually, Darren.
Yeah.
Maybe we should bully eBay.
Have the product on view for sort of 3 or 4 days to let people find it so there's enough interest, but only have a bidding space of about 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah. Well, even less than that. They can have a live bid there and then, computer control.
That's not a bad idea. I must admit, this is why I like the whole buy it now thing.
I use buy it now mostly, yeah.
Because it's far less hassle. It gives you know how much it's going to cost, so you can do a little bit of research to find out whether it is actually cheaper to do it through there than go to some other internet store or, God forbid, a bricks and mortar shop and see what the price is. And you don't have to go through all that hassle of making sure that your bid's the top one. I think it's a much better system.
Well, particularly now with the thing that most 95, I'd say, % of the stuff on there is brand new stuff that people have bought in bulk.
Yeah.
It's not used stuff anymore. I mean, a perfect example of what you were talking about, Lance, is I've just bought electric window and power lock switches for my truck.
Yeah.
Because I'm fitting all that kind of stuff. And these are used. They're from pulled out of a car in a junkyard or something like that. Now, I've been looking at them for a couple of days, and generally, on average, they're going for about $70 a piece. That's for each side of the car, because you have a master one on the driver's side and then a slave one on the passenger side.
Right.
And they're going for about $70 each. I just got both units in a buy it now auction because it was a brand new listing for $50 for both units shipped. Now, it was an auction, so if somebody had put in a bid at the opening bid price, it would have gone to being an auction. But obviously, that first little section, they allow that option to just buy it now without going through the auction stage. So I took it, and I got both for $50 as opposed to $140 plus shipping. So in that case, that worked out in my favour, that buy it now option. And I like buy now. I generally use buy now or best offer. Buy it now or best offer, I think is the... And they're the ones I generally tend to use because you'll find most people, if you offer them something reasonable, they'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's only $2, $3, maybe $5 cheaper than buying it in the shop, including the postage and packing, they're still going to pay it, aren't they? Because it's still $5 less than what it would cost them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's something Derek does, actually. He's got his own sort of eBay store.
Yeah, scarves and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Scarves and that kind of thing.
It's stuff from Thailand, which made me...
Thailand.
Which is why I laughed when you said about some crappy little Korean supplier. But also he's recently moved into doing another one as well, which is... it's called More Novel Ideas, I think. And it's sort of geeky, electronic-y tat rather than... Taiwanese clothing and accessory tat. It's still tat. And I've said
like thinkgeek.com actually.
It is, yeah, and I want one of those.com and that kind of thing. It's one of the things that he sells is like it's called a fridge monkey. And it's basically you put
in your fridge.
Yeah, it's basically like imagine corrugated cardboard, just one side of the corridor, so you got peaks and troughs, and it's designed to sit bottles on in the fridge, and then you can stack them up into like a pyramid shape to hold everything together in the fridge or on the counter or something like that. Apparently he sells loads of those. And another thing is called the slang kit, and they're called something else in America, but they're it's a blanket with fucking arms.
Oh, Snuggies.
That's the
Huggies.
one. Snuggies or Huggies, yeah.
Snuggies, yeah.
He sells those as well, and quite a lot of them, believe it or not. It's actually his biggest selling item.
Which is staggering because they're the biggest pile of junk I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, there are adverts for them here every 10 minutes. They're on those
QVC
infomercial
type
adverts.
Yeah.
And they're on all the time. And you get these people in their Snuggies giving it this at what the fuck?
Yeah,
You'd wear a Snuggie to a football game, really. I mean, I'm sorry if the manufacturers of Snuggie are listening, but your product's a piece of shit.
Absolutely. And he does sell other stuff.
Therefore it's not, is it?
You are, Darren?
It's selling, so it can't be that shit,
Shit.
unfortunately.
People will buy
you know,
anything.
I think people are just stupid and
As-
easily lured.
It's the eBay syndrome, though, isn't it? As long as it's cheaper in the shops, some idiot will buy it
Yeah.
just to say how much of a deal they got.
Mr. Pato, Banton. Easy Levi, rising sun. Sure. Well then, wake up, a new day is dawning. Gather up the people, make we cease the warring now. Let's stop the gunshot, the bombing. Blood is overflowing and the earth is calling out.
Yes, Mama Earth is in a state of emergency. Pollution of the air, the land and seas. The planetary ozone is like a war zone, and it affects us globally.
Yes, we need a better infrastructure, renewable energy and agriculture. Plant seeds, give back to nature. We need to do it sooner rather than later.
Let's get together now. Let's get together now. Let's get together now and heal this world. Yeah. Let's get together now. Let's get together now. Let's get together now and heal this world. Yeah.
Hey yo, cool dog, come in my dan.
Yo, I'm feeling pain as deep as it can get. We can bleed and sweat. Need to give the people self-respect. We ain't leaving yet. Need to get together, make it better from now until forever. Change the weather and never say never, cause we can conquer whatever we wanna do. It don't take a crew, just a little piece of me and you. There's natural solutions, we need to try them by using the alternative resources like hemp. Bless the liquor, use them and guide them on their way. We can fix tomorrow for 'em if we recognize today. We can heal this world. I know it ain't that tough. Remember,
One world is enough.
rough.
Let's get together now. Let's get together now. Let's get together now and heal this world. Yeah. Let's get together now. Let's get together now. Let's get together now and heal this world. Yeah.
Easy Freddy man, rough and ready. Calling all school teachers, all Greenpeaceers, all truth preachers, and all peacekeepers, yo. We're sending out an SOS to all international leaders.
Now I say, rise up, all you fallen soldiers. Stand up, unite, bring down all borders. Bless the youth with food and shelter. Stop the genocide and make life better now.
We gotta start with a solid foundation based on worldwide cooperation. That's the only way to change the situation and make it better for the next generation.
Join hands cause the time has come. Children of the earth, daughters and sons. No matter who you are or where you're from, creation is one, so love one another.
Let's get together now. Let's get together now. Let's get together now and heal this world. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Right now.
Let's get together now. Let's get together now. Let's get together now and heal this world. Yeah.
Creation is one, so love one another.
So, Darren, listen. I was talking to Lance yesterday, and he kind of knowed it straight off the bat. But I was curious. Obviously, I just got my new truck, and I was thinking about it. Right, every vehicle I've ever owned, I've always personified as female and given a name to. Now, I don't think you have a car at the moment, do you?
I don't at the moment.
Curious. No, I was curious if you do the same thing. Do you consider your cars female, male, and do you name them?
My first car was Jemima, so named because the number plate was GYM791J, which makes it a 1971 car. She was born the same month that I was. But after that, no, the other two weren't named unless you call fucking bitch a name.
What car was it, Darren? Because you sound rather fond of it.
I did like the car. I liked the whole idea of the car. It was a nice little car. It was a Rover Metro, British Racing Green, 1.1 engine. It had a catalytic converter on it, so I was under the impression that it was better for the economy, better for the planet. It failed its first MOT on emissions, and then the guy went, "Oh, hang on, no, it's a Rover. It's passed." And I'm like, sorry? Because it's a British vehicle, it's exempt from the emissions laws. So it's like, right. So this is a piece of shit, really.
So this is a 1971 car that had...
No. So the 1971 car I had was a Renault, and it was a great car. But when it got to the age where it was starting to use more oil than it was petrol, I changed it up for a newer car, which was a 1997 Rover Metro. And it fell into the sort of area where it had been built with a standard carburetor on it, and yet they stuck a catalytic converter on the back, despite the fact that a standardly carbureted engine really doesn't work well with the cat. You have to have engine control and balance it all nicely. So this was just like sticking cotton wool up the exhaust to try and filter out some of the shit that comes out.
It was steel wool. I've done that to get through emissions before.
Exactly, yeah. And that's pretty much what this 400-pound catalytic converter was doing, was just filtering the shit out. It wasn't actually working properly.
Now, if I remember rightly, they had those god-awful hydroelastic suspensions on them, didn't they, those old Rover Metros?
No, thankfully this one didn't. This was
Didn't
after
it?
that.
Yeah, because they were... You always used to see them driving down the road like that, leaning back because the hydroelastic suspension had fucked up.
Or when
Like,
just let the air out the system. It was
yeah, that's right. Cheaper than a lowering kit. Have we lost Lance?
No, I'm still here.
Your cam's frozen.
And the last car was a Rover 400, which was pretty much based on the Honda Civic, and it had the same engine as the Honda Civic, and it did me well, thousands and thousands of miles, no problems. But just never really, the number plate didn't give itself to having a name, so she never got named. Yeah, they were all female, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I've named all of my cars. I couldn't tell you what any of them were called actually now, which is rather bizarre. I haven't named my truck yet because I haven't owned her long enough to give her a name. But we've got a Saturn Ion as well, and that's called Betty, which is named after a Billy Connolly sketch. But oddly enough, the number plates work different here. I mean, in the UK, of course, number plate is for the car and moves with the car. Over here, the person is given a number plate, and that number plate moves from car to car with that person. So... and I don't know what my number plate is yet because I'm still on dealer plates. I haven't got my number plate yet.
Can't you choose your plates?
Yeah, you can. You can get personalised plates. And again, that's different from the UK. I mean, in the UK, of course, you'll pay, if I wanted to say Doug as a personalised plate, I'd probably pay £10,000 for it. But here, there's a set fee. If it's available, you can get it, and it's $30 for a private plate, which is what I'm probably going to do. I'm probably going to get my initials for it, I think. Or Doug UK. I'm already, Bob and I have already talked about I might get a Union Jack for a Jack, because it's only a Union flag, rather, because it's only a Union Jack when it's C.
That's right.
Union flag for the front bumper. Just so that people know I am actually British or English.
Yeah, when I get out to the States, I'm going to get a motorcycle, and the plate for that, as long as it's available, will be down 71.
There's a surprise.
Possibly with a DDL logo on the license plate.
No, that'd be cool.
Hey, that's cool. I could get DDL, couldn't I?
Yeah.
DDL.
You've been listening to The Dumbed Down Life. All of the music from this show came from Music Alley from Mevio at musicalley.com. You can follow us on Twitter. Our account name is Dumbed Down Life. Our email address is ddl.podshow@gmail.com, and our website address is www.dumbeddownlife.com. Thanks for listening.